What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's 1 week till the Eagles play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm getting really anxious, so I figured I would make a few beer videos to try to occupy some time before the big game. Now, the beer I have today is called Maple Peach Cobbler a la mode. This is from the Burley Oak Brewery out of Berlin, Maryland. Now, normally when I see stuff from the East Coast, it's something that was sent to me by one of my buddies. I actually managed to pick this one up at Kibbee's, which is a magnificent little beer shop down in Bluffton, Ohio. So, if you're in the area, go check them out. From the outside, you're going to see it and think they only got Busch Light and cigarettes. When you go in, you're going to be amazed. They've got a ridiculously good selection of beer and a ton of stuff you can buy in single cans. Now, I bought a 4-pack of these, so I got one put to the side. I'll probably send one out to Pete, as he sends me a lot of stuff. So this is an interesting one again. Maple Peach Cobbler a la mode, J.R.E.A.M, J.R.E.A.M, I guess. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about. If I read the side here, it says Burley Oak Brewing Company, Berlin, Maryland. Sour ale with peach, maple, cinnamon, vanilla, dark brown sugar, and lactose. 4.8% ABV, 6 IBUs, so not a heck of a lot going on there. Fruited sour, I dig these. I know a lot of people don't, but these are up my wheelhouse, so I'm hoping for great things from this one. Let's give it a shot. Ratings-wise, does pretty good. Untappd, 4.18. Beer Advocate, I think there was only 2 or 3 check-ins, so it was an NA. Ooh, man. Look at this thing. This is quite hazy. Cloudy. Man, it looks like orange juice or something pouring there. Now, I'm using my Fatheads Brewery glass today. It says, chill out, man. Have a beer. Which actually reminds me of Beer Man. I think he says something similar. If I'm going to go and look at the color on this, I've got my handy-dandy Brew HQ chart. And if I were to hold this up to the light, I don't know, maybe it's like a 7, like a deep gold color, but it's definitely quite hazy. When I hold it up to this light, I can't see through it, but you can see enough that there's kind of a bit of stuff going on in there, which I think you usually see with fruited sours, so probably not a huge surprise. As to the head, dissipated quickly. It was thin white and is gone like a fart in the wind, but again, for the style, it's kind of what I'd expect. That's a cool looking beer. Let's give it a sniff. Mildly funky. I'm actually surprised, given it's a fruited sour. I was expecting more of a big funky punch, and you don't really get it on the nose as much. What do you pick up? You pick up the maple smell kind of right away, and a bit of peach. What else are we supposed to have in here? Cinnamon, vanilla, brown sugar, and vanilla ice cream. I mean, I guess if you're looking at maple syrup and peaches would probably be the dominant smells, which kind of makes sense. Now, this could be a mixed review depending on how you feel about these kind of ingredients. I'm a huge maple syrup fan and love anything with peach in it. So, pretty hyped to give it a shot. Cheers. Ooh. The body on that is big. I would say this is medium high. I would say it's like drinking a full pulp orange juice or something like that. Like there's something to it. I don't really think you pick up chunks maybe like you would in a pulp orange juice, but it has that thickness to it, and you're drinking like something with some body. This is what this tastes like. As to the flavors, I think initially you pick up a bit of peach, nice kind of like light sweet peach with a little bit of tartness to it maybe. You definitely pick up the maple syrup, which actually mixes in quite nicely. As far as the other flavors, cinnamon, I don't know. I don't know I'm picking up the cinnamon as much. Vanilla, yeah, you pick up the vanilla. I think it had vanilla ice cream and then regular old vanilla. So I guess you have 2 different kinds of vanilla going into this. You pick those up, it tastes magnificent. These beers for me are kind of a mixed bag. This isn't something that you're going to sit down and pound 12 of while watching a football game. But if you wanted to break up other beers with something with a little more flavor, a little something different, this is definitely the beer to go to. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but it does pretty good ratings-wise, 4.18 on Untappd. And I think I would say that's an underrated beer in my opinion. Oh, the top is quite interesting. When I poured that last bit in, I'm getting big bubbles on it. A while back, I did a beer from Ouzelfinch. It it was a cheesecake beer, New York style cheesecake beer or something like that, Philadelphia cream cheese beer. And it had these big weird bubbles on the top. And it's funny, when I poured it initially, it didn't do it. But when I just poured that end bit into it, it did it. Let's pop one. Ew, they're weird. I hate to say this, they almost look like blisters because they're quite big and odd looking. Now that I've grossed myself out thinking about blisters in my beer. Let's go back in. Yeah, I mean, that's a winner. Now, here's the only knock. This is supposed to be fruited sour. I would say it's marginally tart. There's not a heck of a lot of sour going on in here. You know I'm a bit picky about that. Whenever I get a really certified sour beer, they get a Bismarcky. This one doesn't get that. It's not proper sour. There is a bit of tartness, but I think it kind of more comes with the peach, how peaches are kind of sweet and tart simultaneously sometimes. So you do get that going on, but it doesn't deliver a big sour punch if that's what you're looking for. Now, if you're just looking for something that tastes good, like a dessert beer, this hits on all levels. I absolutely love this. I think it was quite expensive. I think I paid about 20 some bucks for a 4-pack, maybe like 22 or something like that, which normally I don't bite on beers like that, but I think I just gotten some money for something and I was feeling, you know, a bit flush and thought I would spoil myself, which is always a gamble because there's nothing worse than you spend 20 some bucks on a 4-pack and then don't like them and then you're stuck with them. So thrilled that I do actually enjoy this, and I do think it is worth the money. So for me, Maple Peach Cobbler a la mode from Burley Oak Brewing out of Berlin, Maryland. Big thumbs up. I would drink a bunch of these. Probably not all in one sitting because of the fruit and all the stuff in there. This might do your stomach in if you had a bunch of them in one sitting. But if you just want to try something different to mix it up, you could do a lot worse than this. This is a really good beer. You know, maybe I'm biased because I love peach, I love maple, I like most of the flavors in this, so it works exactly with my palate. But if you're looking for something like a dessert beer, this is definitely it. So big thumbs up to Burley Oak Brewing Company. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Have you tried Maple Peach Cobbler a la mode from Burley Oak Brewing? If not, what other dessert style beers should I be looking for? I really dig the fruity sours like this. Again, not something you want to drink all the time, but if you want to mix it up here and there, these things are a treat. Hey, until next time, cheers. Go Birds.